Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda, and I'm a homeschool mom of 4 kids ages 6, 9, 12, and 14. And today on this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the resources, games, activities that I use with my 6-year-old, who is also my special needs son. I have been homeschooling from the beginning and with all of my children. But it has been definitely much more of a challenge since we started homeschooling my youngest, who, like I said, is 6. He should be in first grade this year if he was developmentally and mentally where he should be, but he has epilepsy, and because of that has had quite a bit of delays and memory issues, a lot of learning challenges. And so we are having to take things very slow, and he is pretty much still at a preschool level academically, mentally, all of those things. So I have decided for now to keep homeschooling him. We sometimes consider maybe putting him in school to utilize some more therapies and services in the public school system. But for now, I feel like we are supposed to just keep homeschooling him, at least continue on with that for this year. And we are utilizing therapies through outside private agencies for speech therapy and occupational therapy, so he is getting that outside of the home. But for school, we are keeping him home, and it's a challenge in a lot of ways, but it also it's been good for him. He gets tired very easily and wears out. He needs to still nap during the day because of his seizures. Sometimes he has to just take days off completely if he's having a bad day. And so I feel like homeschool allows us to just have the flexibility to cater to what he needs each day. And sometimes with school, we're able to do a lot, and sometimes we're able to do just very little, depending on how he is each day. And some days we don't do anything at all. And I've had to learn to be okay with that. I like to have things planned and structured, and I try to keep a plan, but I've also had to understand that I have to cater to what's going to work best for him each day, where he's at physically, mentally, all of those things, and just do what's best for him. And so I have to be willing to change up the plan quite often. But he's doing pretty well with school. I feel like we are able to do school a little bit each day for the most part, most days, and he's doing well. But like I said, he is on a preschool level. And so today I'm going to be showing you some of the things that I have been using besides books. On a previous video, I showed what actual school curriculum books we were using with him, but I've had to get creative. I've had to bring in a lot more additional resources to help just get different letters and numbers and just basic learning skills ingrained into his brain, and we're still working on that. It's a very slow process, so I have to utilize a lot more tools than I've ever had to with my other kids before. So I've been on Amazon shopping, buying the different things, and so not all at one time, but over the last couple of years, I've just periodically I purchase different things that I think might be helpful. Anything that I can get that I feel like might help him actually grasp some of the concepts that I'm trying to teach him and reinforce the things that I'm teaching him. I want to try to do that and make it fun. I want learning to be fun for him, and because his brain he can't handle sitting at a desk and just doing writing kinds of work or, book work for very long. He needs to be engaging in other activities, and most kids are that way, but he especially needs that. And so I've been trying to bring in fun resources, fun games, fun activities, and things to help him learn. So today, on this video, I'm going to be showing you just some of the fun activities that I utilize with him. And these can work for all preschool age kids, kindergarten and preschool age kids. But specifically for my special needs son, these have been really, really helpful for him. So I just want to start off with one of the things that has been probably my favorite purchase. I'm trying to think. It's been maybe, a year and a half ago or so. I don't know. I think it was maybe Easter a couple of years ago or so, I purchased him a name puzzle. His name is Carter. And, he was, at that particular time, he was not able to spell his name. We were still trying to work on it. And this has been a game changer for him. Getting a puzzle with his name on it has helped so much. So last school year, I was very focused. I spent some very dedicated time for a few weeks just like working on this name puzzle just about every day. And by doing that, he learned all of these letters, and he's able now to put them in place and in order and say each letter of his name. And he's actually got that memorized to where if I ask him, how do you spell your name? Most of the time, he's able to recall that back to us and tell us how to spell his name. Now, he still can't write the letters yet. That's another step to come. He has a very hard time writing letters, but he is able to tell me what the letters are in his name, and he's able to identify when he sees his name now. And so this was a big step for him. And so a name puzzle is a great thing to utilize with a special needs child or any young child who's learning their name and learning letters. Also, something that has been helpful that I picked up a while back, he doesn't use a lot of pencils yet, but I did get some of these little pencil grip holders that it kind of teaches you the proper way to hold a pencil. And so he can put his finger, because he still struggles with that. Sometimes he'll still hold it way up here or whatever. And so it teaches proper pencil grip, and it has a place to put the fingers so that you can teach him the right way to hold it. So I bought a bag of these, I think on Amazon a while back. It came with a few different colors. These are just two I have on hand here. But that's been helpful. It only fits on the regular size pencils though. But I've been utilizing that some. And then this year, just recently, I purchased these pencils as well. And they're just regular pencils, have a good eraser on them, but they're a little thicker. A little fatter, and so these are good for him also as he's trying to learn learn how to have proper grip and just work on those fine motor skills. So anyway, these came in a pack, and so I have these on hand. So he uses these some, he uses the others some, and he also just uses crayons a lot. I purchased a big pack of the fat crayons, the jumbo crayons, and he does really well with these. So he can use the smaller crayons, but I still let him utilize the big ones. I purchased this year, and it's Dollar Tree find. They have lots of these little caddies usually around back to school season, but it's been really great to just sit. This is his area where he usually does his schoolwork, and so I've been able to put his crayons here, a glue stick, some scissors. I bought some Dollar Tree flashcards that we utilize as we're learning letters, and it's been really helpful too just to have a stack of sticky notes. We use those for all kinds of things, sometimes bookmarks when we're reading something or going through our workbooks. I've been using them to number, to let him know if we have 3 activities we're going to do, I'll put out little sticky notes, and he can see that he can put a token on each sticky note with a number on it as we complete an activity. We've done some of that. Sometimes if I need to show him something or for just even fun, we just have all these little sticky notes. So just a little extra thing to show you that I keep on his desk right here. And it's always right there. I have all of his school supplies just on hand, ready to go. And so that's been helpful. Also, this is a new game that I purchased for him this year. I just thought it looked super cute, and he has enjoyed it. It's just a fun, simple game, but it's been really fun. It's called Build a Robot. You have a little spinner, and you spin it, and it lands on a number. And whatever number it lands on, then you have to find that piece of the robot with the matching number. And so if you spin a 2, then you have to find a piece of robot that has a number 2 on it. And then the next person goes in. The idea of the game is to build a robot. You each little piece has a number. And so you're working on building the robot, and whoever gets the robot built first wins. So this is a really cute one. Just very simple, but for him, he needs pretty simple and basic. So it's matching, it's numbers, recognizing, thinking skills of just putting things together. I got this last year, and we continue to utilize it. It's just the matching eggs. Just another simple, fun activity. Sometimes I'll put this out for him to do while I'm helping his siblings with their schoolwork. But you just have the little eggs, and so I'll take them apart. Sometimes he takes them apart. He enjoys doing that. But you can see it has the matching shapes, and you have to put them together. There's all different colors, all different shapes, and you have to just sort them and match them. And, of course, it's not going to fit together unless it's the right shape. And so we'll spread those out, kind of mix them up, and then he has to find all the right shapes and put them back together. And that's just a fun little extra activity that he can do quietly on his own, and that's worked out pretty well. Something that we also have really enjoyed is this little magnetic go fishing game. It's just such a cute game. I don't know if this is Melissa and Doug or not. I can't remember. I don't think it's Melissa and Doug, but it looks like the quality of Melissa and Doug. It's all wooden, and you have the little magnetic fishing pole, and especially when we're learning about a particular letter, or if we've learned a series of letters over the last several weeks and we just want to review, we can go fishing. I can tell him, find the letter B, and he has to try to go find it. The other way you can utilize it is take all the fish off, and he has to take the fish and try to match it back to its proper place where the matching letter is. There's also numbers on here, 1 through 10, so you can practice numbers, practice the alphabet. A lot of different ways you can utilize this, but it's fun. And even if you're not wanting to have to work on letters and numbers, it's a fun game just to take all the fish off and just let him play with it and try to put the fish all back on the board. Even if he doesn't put them in the right spot, it's just a fun little activity for him to just have fun fishing. So that's been a fun resource that he has enjoyed. Another thing that we really like is the dinosaur alphabet matching letter activity, and it comes with a nice little bag to store them in with a drawstring, so I really like this. And what you do, there's a ton of these out here too. If you go on Amazon and type up, matching letter games or whatever, you'll see there's so many different brands, so many different ones, that some are dinosaurs, some are other little animals and things, but there's lots of variations to this. But it is a fun one because it's by color, so you can match by color. So even if your child is not doing letters yet, if you have a toddler or a child that's not able to do letters yet, you can still it has all different colors, so you can still just work on matching colors together. But then also it has, the uppercase and lowercase letters. And so if you have them apart, pull them apart, and the idea is for them to match the uppercase to the lowercase letter and put it together. And my son still struggles with this, so he still has to have some help with, matching up uppercase and lowercase together. But it's also, it's fun to just do the colors as well. But with him, I have found that it doesn't really work well to just dump all of them out. So it's better to just take a small amount of letters that we've really been focused on, and so maybe 5 or 6 letters, and just do those at a time. And so then it's not quite as overwhelming for him. But that is a fun one. And then this I absolutely love. It's garage sorting and stacking, and it has these cute little garages, like a police station and a fire station and a hospital and a school, all these different things. And you have to try to match a car and a person to the right garage. And so it's a lot of just trying to understand, like, okay, the doctor goes into the hospital garage. So they can think that way, or they can also use it as a number matching game because, like you see, this has the number 4 on it. And so I would have to try to find the car and the garage that matches that. So like here's the hotel, for instance, it has the number 5 on it. And so you find the corresponding car with the number 5 on it and the person with the number 5 on it, and you put them inside. Up here is, this is the number 5 right here, the taxi car. And so, you know, they can match up the numbers, and then there is a person, the taxi driver, here it is, taxi driver has the number 5, and so they can match by number. They can also match just by recognizing what kind of people go and cars go with what types of building that it is. It's also cute because you can just enjoy playing with the cars. These are just fun little cars and people to play with, so they can just have some imagination, play with it as well. Here's the firefighter. So it's just a very cute learning toy. And then what's cute is you can also stack. It all stacks nice and neatly in the box, but you can set all the garages out, or they can, can't do it that way, but you can, you know, stack them on top of each other, set them all out. There's all kinds of things that you can do, and there's 5 different, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 6 different little buildings, and then you've got the corresponding cars and the people. So I love this. I feel like it's very well made. Lots of different ways you can use it, and just a fun little extra resource for learning and just imagination as well. Let's see, I think I have one more thing, and 2 more things that I want to show actually. On the same line with the cars, I also have this. It's kind of similar, but a little different. This is a whole bag full of all of the alphabet cars, and they have different, kind of similar to the other one. They have different types of cars like police, taxi. This is just a regular blue car. But anyway, there's a variety of different types of cars. There's an ambulance. But they all have letters on them. And these are all uppercase letters that are on the cars. And then it comes with this huge mat. And I'm not going to spread out the mat because it's very large. But it's folded now, and you can kind of get the idea that all of it's got a road and, you know, all kinds of things on it. But it has parking spaces with the lowercase letters, and so you're supposed to take the cars and match them with, oh, that's a K, good. You can match the uppercase K to the lowercase k parking spot. And so that's a really fun one too, that, you know, they can utilize to match up the letters, which is how it's intended. But then also, like for my son, when he's not in a mode to want to try to use his brain and think, because sometimes it's just hard for him to actually think about school things like that. And so sometimes I just let him get them out and play with them however he wants to. But it's also a good learning tool. So I really like that. And then the last thing that I'm going to share today that we use quite a bit and have been using quite a bit the last couple of years in our homeschool is a resource by Learning Without Tears. You may be familiar with Handwriting Without Tears. It's from that same company. But I purchased these little sticks that come, it's a little kit that you can buy that comes with all of the different shapes that you need to build letters. So it has, you know, the longer sticks, it has shorter ones, it has the smaller curved ones, and then it has the larger curved sticks. And so then what I really like is that you can also buy the actual letter pages that go with the sticks. And so like we are working on these letters right now, and so I'll get them out and he can build them. He would probably struggle a little bit more if I didn't have the cards. If I just said, let's make the letter M, or if I just showed him the letter M, he's going to have a lot harder time making it. But since I have the cards, all he has to do is put, you know, each corresponding stick in the right place where it goes. And this is the letter we're on this week. So like he can see that, and he's able to reason, you know, which stick goes on which place. So it's kind of like a little puzzle putting it on. I feel like you could utilize this with, toddlers from a very early age, just kind of like learning to where to put, the corresponding size sticks in the proper place. So, but this has been fun for him. It's not too hard. It's something he can have fun with, but he's also, getting that repetition of learning how to build the letters, so that it can help hopefully get him to where he's able to write the letters down the road in the future. He's making small steps, but we're starting to see a little bit of progress here and there. But that's a really helpful tool as any child is learning how to build their letters so that they can write their letters, and just letter identification, and then obviously so that they can actually make the letters themselves on paper. Just a good pre-handwriting tool to have on hand. But we have other resources that I may show in the future, but these are just some of the ones that I feel like have been some of my favorites, some of the ones that we've used the most, and I feel like have been really helpful. And so these have been fun. These are fun activities. I like to keep things fun, even for my special needs son, because I want him to see learning as, especially our school, when I call him down to our basement and say, okay, we're going to have school time now in our schoolroom, or if we're upstairs in our, dining at our dining room table, wherever we do school at for the day, I want him to think of school as it's a fun time, not, oh, it's a chore, I have to go do school. I want him to associate school as fun, and so I like to just try to keep things fresh, bringing out, I rotate these activities out, so we're not doing the same ones every day. I rotate them out, and so it's kind of a new, fresh thing to do, and he enjoys it. It's something fun. So these are some helpful tools that I've been able to utilize, and maybe they'll be helpful for you. If you have any other things that you've used that have been helpful, I would love to see those down in the comments, and I hope that this has been helpful. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks.